Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ryan Miller with Ryan Miller Yoga, and in this video, I'm going to show you the top 3 yoga recovery poses. Now, by recovery poses, I mean just that. These poses are going to help you recover, either during your yoga practice or just from a rough day, busy day at work, or at home, at school, or a tough practice, a tough workout. These are the poses that are basically the equivalent of plugging your charger into your cell phone, right? So when your battery's running low, this is how you're going to charge back up. This is how you're going to reset. Take a moment, plug yourself into the charger, get charged up, and then you'll be ready to go. So the first one I'm going to show is child's pose. This is done a lot. This is mixed in a lot in yoga practices. So you may be familiar with this one. To come in a child's pose, you start out in a table with your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Take a big inhale. Exhale, slide the hips back. The idea is to get the forehead to the floor, arms out in front, and letting the hips relax down here towards the heels. For some people, this will be great right here. This will be fine. If there's any discomfort, we can start to introduce some props. One of the first things to try is to stick a foam roller, a pillow, or something else you can find for some support in between the legs. Notice here, I've filled that gap with the foam roller. Now I can feel my lower back starting to open up much more. And you can bring it up from there. Additionally, you can add any type of different pillows that you want. So if you have a big yoga bolster, that could be great. You can turn the head to the side and rest here like this. Remembering to breathe deep throughout this process. So you can use this as your pillow. You can use regular pillow, really sticking it up down in there and come down. Yeah, let me just get this out of the way. So just to show you there how you'd really want to rest your forehead down on the pillow. I can't really do it fully. The mic's getting in the way, but you get the idea. And so that's your child's pose. And then you just stay relaxed there, breathing deeply. If you're getting really deep into it, you can bring the hands down by the feet and breathe deep into it. And you can experiment with different widths of your knees. A lot of people notice they can get deeper into it the more they spread the knees apart. You can experiment with that. And then again, the whole point is to really be sinking down, forehead on the floor, and doing deep breaths. And just trying to feel all that tension melt away. Okay, so that's pose number 1, child's pose. Next, I'm going to show what's called legs up the wall pose. You can do this a few different ways as well. So the first way I'll show it is exactly how it sounds, with my legs up the wall. So this is good to do at the end of your yoga practice before Shavasana, or again, after a run, tough workout. If you've been on your feet all day for work or for whatever reason, this is a great one to do as well. So the way to get into it is come up into the wall sideways, bring one hip right up against the wall, come onto your back, then bring the feet right up. And you could relax here. If you're getting deep into it, you can bring the sleep cap over the eyes, settle in here. Just making sure you don't get too relaxed, falling asleep or whatever, and your legs fall apart or fall off the wall. That's not going to be good. And breathing into it. For support here, some people like to put a block underneath the lower back. It can be helpful. And then come out, you can slowly walk your feet down the wall. if that's a little bit much for you with them fully up on the wall, you can use something like a chair, or in this case, I'm going to use the plyo box here. And then here I can really settle in. Legs fully supported. I don't have to worry about them falling either which way. And I can really relax in, cover the eyes with the sleep cap. And do this for 10-15 minutes. And you come out of it feeling very different than when you started. Much, much different. Sometimes there can be some tingling. Excuse me. So you just want to make sure you come out nice and slow, one leg at a time. Turn and press up. Now the final pose I'll show is the big one, Shavasana, also known as corpse pose. Many people's favorite part of their yoga practice is the end. This is where you get to reap all of the rewards of your yoga practice. Is in this pose. This is where everything integrates. So the basic way to do it, the way you'll see most people doing it in a yoga class, is just lying on their back. Your toes can fall apart away from each other. Usually the palms are up and eyes are closed. And the whole idea here is to just try to observe yourself. Now, once you're set up in the position, you try to step back and just watch what's happening. So not even control your breath. Try to just be an observer, like a passive observer of your body. It's very hard to do. It takes most people years to really get to the point where they could be anywhere close to actually doing that. Most people still have a lot of chatter going on. But the more yoga you do, eventually that chatter gets quieter and quieter. You feel better. Now, if you're not fully comfortable just on the hard floor like this, you can start to weave in some props in different ways. One thing a lot of people find beneficial is a pillow, usually a small pillow, just to support the neck. Now, the pillow I have, if you can hear it, has buckwheat husk in there, so it molds to my head, so it's the perfect one for this. Sometimes the foam pillows can push you in a worse position than you started in. So right here, this could be a huge help for some. In addition, or you can put the foam roller or a rolled up towel or blanket or a rolled up yoga mat, anything to support your knees. This is a nice relaxing pose here. So you can use a pillow to support your neck, foam roller to support your legs, and again, the whole idea, just become an observer. Observe your breath, observe your thoughts without getting caught up in the story of your thoughts or these stories your mind's making up as you go along. Just observe it without getting involved. Very difficult to do. It'll take a lot of time. You have to just keep at it. So Shavasana can typically be done from anywhere from a minute to 15 minutes. Maybe longer, but usually about 20 minutes is the max. Then you come out of it slowly. If you have the foam roller there, it's good. You can roll out your legs and you just want to come out of that real slow. Sometimes you get deeper into it than you think. And then the teacher or whatever, your alarm goes off to get you out of it and you come up too quick. can tweak something or just erase some of the benefits that you just work so hard to get. So that one's key. Whenever I work with runners or athletes, this is the first thing I try to get them doing with yoga is the recovery stuff. You're already working hard. Um, most people don't need more hard work. They need to find relaxation and stress relief for the physical body, all the tension, all the different ways we're all mangled up mentally, emotionally. So these type of poses here from yoga can help you do all that stuff. And you don't have to do a 60-minute or 90-minute yoga practice. You can come home from work, do quick legs up the wall or put them on a chair or wherever and just do that for 10 minutes. See how you feel. I'm sure you'll feel better. Refresh your legs, you'll feel good. Same thing with the child's pose. If you're feeling real stressed out, overwhelmed, just take a minute, get down on the ground and just breathe into it and relax. And that should help calm you down. Thanks for tuning in to this. I hope you give it a shot. This stuff seems like, it's not going to do much, but if you do it consistently, the effects are going to build up over time and it's only going to help you out more and more. So make sure you take some time for yourself, whether it's doing this or some other stuff, and give yourself the time and attention you need so you can thrive and so you can crush it at work or in sports or whatever it is you're trying to do well in. Thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, let me know. And I look forward to catching you on the next one. See ya.